Thanks Self-Haircut University for sponsoring this video. It's your man Alex, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a messy textured fringe self-haircut. So to get started, I'm going to be going in with my trimmers and putting in my first guideline. So I'm going up slightly above the top of my ear, and I'm going straight back with a somewhat downward angle as I reach the back of my head. One thing I want you to keep in mind is that this is a more advanced self-haircut, okay? It's not a beginner haircut. It's not really an intermediate haircut either. It's definitely more on the advanced scale. So if you're going to try and do something like this, don't do it for your first self-haircut. Try and do it for maybe like your fifth or sixth self-haircut once you have a better feeling for having clippers in your hand and utilizing the mirror setup. So next, I'm going up with the no guard lever open, and I'm going up about ½ inch all the way around my head from that previous guideline. Now you can clearly see there's a hard line that I just created after using the no guard lever open. So what I'm going to do now to get rid of that hard line is gradually close the lever from the lever open position to the lever halfway and then close completely to remove the hard line. Now, if I still see somewhat of a hard line after using the no guard lever closed, I go back with my trimmers because that was the first guideline that I put in. Use the trimmers and flick out the bottom of the hard line. So like I just mentioned, the no guard, lever halfway, and lever closed were already done. So now, because I still see somewhat of a hard line, I went back in with my trimmers and I'm flicking out that hard line completely. Okay, so I really want to emphasize again that this is a more advanced self-haircut because what I'm about to tell you is something that you might not be able to understand. So with the number 1 guard lever open, I'm going up a full 3/4 to 1 whole inch all the way around my head. But the difference between doing this and doing what I'm actually doing in this self-haircut is going up and gradually going up at a 90-degree angle and letting all the excess hair fall into the clipper blades rather than me going with the curvature of my head. So it's a completely different take, and if you watch that part over and over again, you'll notice that I'm going up about 3/4 of an inch and then going up at a 90-degree angle instead of going with the curvature of my head. And this will of course alleviate any type of hard line, making it easier to blend later on in the self-haircut. And so after I use the number 1 guard lever open, I close the lever completely to then soften up the hard line, which right now I'm using the half guard lever closed to remove the hard line. Now, if the half guard lever closed doesn't completely get rid of the hard line, again, you can go back to the no guard lever open, which is the guard that created that hard line in the first place, and you can remove that hard line completely with the no guard lever open. Now, using the 1.5 guard lever open, I'm going up maybe like ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch. But again, this is more challenging. This is a difficult technique that I'm doing right here. So I'm freehanding going up my head. So I'm not digging into the curvature of my head. Again, I'm freehanding going off at like a 90-degree angle and just letting the hairs fall into the clipper blades. And now the final thing to do is grab your thinning shears and comb and do some thinning shear over comb to blend in the fade to the length on top by your part line. And if you guys are liking this video and finding value, make sure you leave a like and share this video with one of your friends. Also, subscribe and follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well if you don't already. Before we continue with the video, I want to thank today's sponsor, Self-Haircut University. The goal of SHU is to help you overcome your self-haircut fears and become an expert self-haircutter in less than 6 months. Learning this skill set will save you $1,000 to $3,000 per year for the rest of your life. Because we all know barbershops today are getting more and more expensive and taking up too much of our meaningful time. Within 72 hours of joining SHU, I will personally be hosting a coaching call with you directly to discuss a plan of action to get you started on the right track. With over 100,000 100,000 followers across all platforms, video testimonials, and 14 years of self-haircut experience, there's no better person with more passion than myself to guide you through this self-haircut journey. To get started before the next price increase, go to selfhaircutuniversity.com or click the first link in the description to start today. Thank you, Self Haircut University, for sponsoring this video. So what I like to do next is grab my trimmers and give myself a nice lineup, right? This part of the haircut really makes the self haircut stand out. It gives it that more wow factor. It's kind of like that last step, like the detail of the last step to clean up the lines, make them crisp and straight, right? It really makes things pop and stand out. So it's definitely optional. You don't have to do it, but I like to do it because I like to see the lines straight and pop out a little bit more. So now to style my hair, I'm using Suavecito's texturizing powder. The powder itself is pretty solid. It definitely comes out as a matte finish. It definitely makes the hair a lot thicker as well, so it's good for like texturizing. The only thing that I personally don't like about it is that it has a really strong smell. I'm not really one for smells in general, and this goes for like anything. So I don't really like strong smells, so if it's a product that has no smell, I like it. But you guys, this is the before of the self haircut. Obviously, I needed a nice cleanup, and I think in this self haircut, the messy textured fringe self haircut definitely came out looking really nice. And let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you think I did a good job? What do you think I could have done better on, if anything? And will you be giving yourself this type of haircut as well? Remember, it is a more advanced self haircut, so definitely consider that before you buy tools or buy the mirror setup or just start in general. So let me know if you have any questions. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, click the post notifications as well. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Peace!